What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Shakur Stevenson gets at trainer Buddy McGirt. Two ain't feeling each other. I'm gonna explain why, what went on, and what was said, but Shakur Stevenson lashes out against recent comments made by the famed trainer, former fighter. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Now, some of you guys are familiar with what happened, and I'm gonna explain it. Buddy McGirt recently did an interview, and I'll do another video about that. We're gonna get to Shakur Stevenson's response in this. Shakur says, "Keep it G with me. That's all I ask of you," right? But in this interview with Buddy McGirt, it was a Buddy McGirt interview. He said that basically Shakur Stevenson is a protected fighter and Teofimo would sleep him and knock Shakur Stevenson out. Obviously, Shakur at this point has seen and heard those comments from Buddy McGirt, and this is what Shakur responded back. He fired back and says, "Buddy McGirt talk all that ish, but still everybody else's fighter and act like he fixing some ish. When the last time you seen Buddy McGirt start a fighter from scratch? It has begun." Right? Then he goes on and says, "Y'all got to stop believing these dudes they throw in front of y'all are good coaches just because they say. 9 times out of 10, your home coach you started with is better than the Buddy McGirts." Shaking my head emoji. Wow. So he going in. Okay. The Olympian silver medalist Shakur Stevenson continued with this tweet. His fat, bald-headed ass was a decent fighter, but sorry, every fighter I see him work with end up losing and then losing again. I don't see him working with no special fighters. Yawn. Hashtag disrespectfully, I don't give a what y'all gotta say either. My opinion is my opinion. So he's saying like the guys he's working with keep losing. Guys like Shakur Stevenson, or not Shakur Stevenson, guys like Sergey Kovalev. He ended up losing with Buddy McGirt. He just got knocked out by Canelo. He fights at the end of the month. And Shakur also says, "I ain't taking nothing down, so don't hit my phone." So he's saying, I said what I said, basically. I'm not taking none of this stuff down. So don't even bother wasting your time. And he said, true story. So Shakur wasn't having it. He feels disrespected. Devin Haney chimed in and said, facts, his ass threw in the towel 1,000,000 times. That's funny. He did throw in the towel with Arturo Gatti when Floyd was spanking him. Rest in peace to Arturo Gatti, of course, but that was a nasty performance by Floyd. And then he was going to throw in the towel for Kovalev yard, stuff like that. And then Shakur Stevenson just laughed. So Buddy McGirt was basically saying that he's known Shakur since he was a kid. He said he don't have nothing against him. Personally, it's business. But Buddy McGirt, from the interview, you guys can watch it and take a listen to it. It's on the internet. He made it sound like he knew of Shakur's kryptonite or something, because he said the stuff he was saying with some certainty. Like, so he was making it sound like he knows some X factor with Shakur Stevenson, like as if he has a weak chin or some vulnerability, like he can't deal with pressure or something. The way Buddy McGirt was saying it, he said Teofimo would basically destroy Shakur Stevenson, and obviously Shakur wasn't having that. Shakur, promising young talent, and he's out here trying to prove himself. And it was a little bit weird that Buddy McGirt even said that. Like, Shakur's been doing his thing, but he was saying Shakur is protected and stuff like that. It sounded like there was something else there, like he'd been thinking about this all along and wanted to get this off his chest. This just could be my perception of it, but it sounded like he'd been waiting to say some stuff like this, because of how he said it, and it just rolled off the tongue like he was ready for this moment. So obviously Shakur Stevenson, he gonna fire back. It is what it is. So that's their business. I just want to make the video, since they made it public business in the social media era. That's why, if you've seen the tweet and weren't sure, what was going on. I do think Shakur is a top talent. I would love to see him get one of the big fights, but right now him and Devin Haney are in a similar position. They got to play the politics game for the time being. For example, Oscar Valdez was fighting last December, and it was against Berchelt, and Berchelt tested positive, they said, with the Rona, and they didn't put Shakur. They put him on the date, but they didn't put him in there with Valdez. So they wanted to continue to use the Hispanic Latino market and didn't want to feed Oscar Valdez to Shakur and give him that opportunity. You know, they decided to give Shakur the date, but not give him the opponent that would have been there would have been two Olympians, and Oscar Valdez is a two-peat. So it is what it is. Valdez is fighting Berchelt. They rescheduled it. Berchelt's in camp. He looks ripped and ready. So I hope Shakur, he says he has like an outlook of what should be happening. He says he's gonna fight Frampton Herring winner, and then maybe Berchelt Valdez winner, something like that. I really hope he gets that. I hope he gets what he's looking for, which are the big fights and the fights that really prove who he is. Because I did watch the Toka Khan Clary, and that it really doesn't do nothing for Shakur Stevenson. He's just too good and too nice to be fighting dudes like that frequently, or guys that, you know, don't really bolster his brand. I think he's a terrific talent, things like that. So, you know, we'll see what's next for the young Shakur, but I really hope he gets the big fights. And, you know, this will be an opportunity to possibly prove Buddy McGirt wrong if he gets the big names and keeps showing. So for me, Shakur, he's younger than me. So my only advice is, on your way up, there's always going to be people that doubt you. Don't feed too much into it. And at the end of the day, part of my personality, I guess you could say, is I love challenges and I love proving people wrong. There's a lot of people say, what you doing with this YouTube stuff? You can't do boom, boom, boom. Now we 200,000 and running, 200,000 subs and running. I make full-time income, and we getting it popping, you know, and the sky's the limit. So I love to prove people wrong. They say revenge is a dish best served cold, and that's what I go after. I like that. I like when people go after me so I can show them what it really is. So Shakur, he just need to be, he's been in it. Look, you guys, that's a great person to spar. It's a welterweight, Cuban school of boxing. So that's my thing, is just don't worry too much about the naysayers and the detractors. It's gonna come. It's gonna come with the territory. You just gotta keep proving people wrong. That's what really gets under their skin, when they made statements about you and those statements don't hold no weight. So I think Shakur, you just got to keep focused on his career, whatnot, and that's how I see it. But Buddy McGirt, I don't know. I don't know why he said that. Buddy McGirt, Shakur is kind of going in on him. He is a good fighter. He was a good fighter when he fought. So obviously Shakur is just trying to take whatever jab, but he said, oh, he was an all right fighter. Buddy McGirt was a good fighter. And I think he's a solid trainer. So this ain't really my beef. I'm just reporting the news, letting y'all know what's going on. Let me know how I did in this video. Also, get UFC 257 using my link. Conor McGregor's coming back. I don't know what you're thinking. Walk to me when. Use that. And, you know, as far as this new batch of fighters, we'll see who remains at the top and stuff like that. But Shakur Stevenson, shout out to Newark, New Jersey, New Twerk. You know, they out there. They got a lot of people came, like Shaquille O'Neal, Michael B. Jordan. You got some top talent that came from that way. You know, just in general, New Jersey, Joe Budden. Joey, you fell for the mousetrap. You hurt. Redman, Tretch. You know, they got some talent out there. So he just got to keep doing his thing. Listen, let me know how I did in this video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.